But let's go ahead and move on to this third topic right here, dealing with the MCU right here.
Oh, baby.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And so, as this brings us to topic number 3, I have this report right here from the Hollywood Reporter. It says Doctor Strange sequel undergoing significant reshoots. Now, again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there is a link down to this article down in the description for you to read at your own leisure. And before I get my opinion, reshoots are normal. It's not anything to gawk at or just like, oh my God, the production is failing, the movie's gonna suck. I mean, Marvel plans this. They're like, we're gonna, do principal photography, go into post, but then schedule a month or however long to, we want to make it better. And so it's just normal. But they said extensive reshoots, and I'm actually concerned when we get into some of the details of this article. So let's go ahead and do that. This doctor is on call this Christmas as the actors and crew shoot 6 days a week until the end of the year. That's 6 weeks right there. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the Benedict Cumberbatch starring sequel of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has been prescribed some reboots. Significant production. The new shoot is taking place in Los Angeles, and both additional photography and reshoots. How significant? Insiders say the companies are shooting 6 days a week. Sam Raimi, the director, remains, and Loki writer Michael Waldron is still on board writing the new material. It's unclear what actors, in addition to Cumberbatch, are on the call sheet. The crew is involved with the familiar Marvel method and work on recent pickups for the upcoming Spider-Man, No Way From Home, and also Moon Knight. One source downplayed the severity of the shoot. Even while the middle of production, Marvel is scheduling you for more shooting, this person says, adding that the size and complexity of Marvel movies often necessitates additional photography, which is true. Like I just said, they even said they had either bigger reshoots on other MCU movies, but this is a 6-week time frame until the end of the year. And so it just kind of goes on to say, man, that it kind of, they said it kind of feels like a completely different movie, as far as script is concerned. So I don't want to just read the whole thing and bore you guys to death. You can read it because there's a link in the description, but come on, James, 6 days a week until the end of the year. That's pretty expensive, man, with all this new material. And it has me worried. It really does. Because I know Marvel is organized, but they're not as organized as people think. And that's not a shot. It's just what they do is very hard and difficult. It's not easy to make a film, to make a production. There's a lot of moving parts. But with the marketing we've gotten so far, where Spider-Man and the subtitle of the film, Multiverse of Madness, and then we're going into Spider-Man No Way Home, knowing that it's going to definitely tie into that. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous that Sony wanted to throw everything at the kitchen sink, and Marvel had to kind of make some adjustments. It was probably testing the film and as Spider-Man, and maybe some things didn't work out. Also, it was reported that Spider-Man No Way Home was supposed to come out after Multiverse of Madness, and they had to switch up some things. So this has me worried. You already need to have a clean production. You really need one when you're dealing with the multiverse, because if you mess this up, you're gonna mess it up for the whole future. I'm off my soapbox. James, how you feel about that? How do you feel about all this?
I totally understand where you're coming from, because even though I'm not going to lie, when the news first dropped, I wasn't concerned because of so many success stories we've heard come out of messy productions. No Time to Die, for example. They did not actually have a complete script as they were filming scene to scene. Cary Fukunaga, the director, even said there were scenes used in the trailer, Brandon, that he didn't even know where they were going to be placed in the story. And it just so happened to be, it worked as they were shooting day to day. And I do think the pandemic has hurt this production for in the Multiverse of Madness. However, I am a little concerned by the cast and crew crunching. 6 days a week working till Christmas is not ideal. And also, I don't think, especially since they've had all this time, I don't know if this means maybe Spider-Man No Way Home, because they also had some reshoots as well. I'm wondering if story changed. So if story changed for Spider-Man, story has to change for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So I'm not as concerned, to be honest. I am a little worried about the cast and crew being overworked. And someone in your comments actually said, release the Raimi cut ahead of time. I think, Kevin Feige's been really, really good about letting his directors have that creative freedom. We look at Eternals. I mean, my goodness. So I do think that this movie will have that Sam Raimi flair, of course, with a lot of CGI. So don't expect the practicality and the practical effects from Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
But I will tell you, Brandon, I think this is only going to help the film because it did get delayed so much that we are going to see a more complete movie. And hey, a lot of things have happened since then, right, Brandon? You had Loki that dealt with the multiverse. You have Spider-Man No Way Home dealing with the multiverse. Heck, even WandaVision touched on like having multiple realities. So there's going to be a lot of different properties before this that'll hopefully allow this to flesh out and be its own thing. So I'm not too worried, but I understand your concern, though. I do.
Yeah. So, and this film has to do good, man, because I enjoyed the first Doctor Strange, but I didn't love it. And a lot of people, I liked it more than a lot of other people. I'll just say that. So,
Yeah, same. I love
you
the
got
first one. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's so good.
okay. Well, I'm glad. So they just got to come with it because I like the character Doctor Strange and I like Benedict. He's a cool character. It's just the movie wasn't that well received. Anyway, but I'm glad you said you liked it because I'm assuming you do have Disney Plus. So have you had a chance to check out any of the IMAX enhanced versions of the Marvel movie? Because Doctor Strange looks amazing and with that IMAX ratio.
So it's funny you even bring that up. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings and IMAX enhanced, that bus scene, you see so much more. I mean,
Yeah,
seemingly like literally almost crawling on the ceiling at some points. I'm like, I
yeah,
didn't see this when I went to
right.
go see the film. So it is beautiful to see the IMAX enhanced being added for most of the Marvel movies. Although it is funny you bring up Doctor Strange because the director of the first film, Scott Derrickson, he initially said that he never intended for the at-home viewing to be IMAX enhanced, and it was a very vague tweet because I think he's a great director. But at one point, I was like, is he beefing with this decision or not?
Yeah,
Because there's two versions available, right, Brandon? You can
right.
select the standard or the enhanced, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
Right. That's crazy. I don't know why you wouldn't want the IMAX to be viewed at home, but
Right.
that's just weird. But Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, come on now. Y'all get it together, man. Don't be overworking these cast and crew, man. They need to go to bed and all that good stuff. And so before we move on to the next topic, let me go ahead and get this super chat real quick from Nicole CNC for $9.99. Thank y'all so much for these super chats, man. That really does keep the channel going. It really does. It means a lot. So thank you.
Yes! Yes!
Hey everyone. Hey fellas. Let me catch up before commenting because showing love. Thank you so much, Nicole. We do appreciate it. Thank you. And
And I have one
also,
more thing. Oh, I was gonna say,
go ahead.
Brandon, in the Doctor Strange sequel, you notice in the article they said Benedict Cumberbatch definitely coming back for reshoots, but no other actors were listed. Excuse me. You know that they're gonna have Elizabeth Olsen. You know they're gonna have
Mm,
probably. I'd imagine Tom Holland might make an appearance in this. Like they're gonna
mm,
bring on some of these big names, and they're doing that on purpose because they're, I'm guessing, gonna have some scheduling conflicts down the road, and maybe that's leading to the extensive reshoots or even just adding more in terms of principal photography, because I do think that these actors were so busy on these other films that were delayed and these other projects that were delayed that bringing them into this film, I mean, we know we're going to see these big names. Like we know we're going to see Loki in this. It's just a
yeah,
given at this point. And maybe,
yeah.
just maybe, we see Jonathan Majors too.
We'll see.
Listen.
We will see. So yeah, thank you for that, man, and well said, sir. Well said. So